right, you guys, for those of you that follow me for earnings, tomorrow, I want to remind you all that tomorrow after the close is Nike and Constellation Brands. Now, Nike has beat earnings 13 out of the last 17 quarters. That's pretty good. They had a lull there where they were not doing well and they pulled out of that. So I'm going to do more research on it myself. And then Constellation Brands has past earnings or beat earnings 12 out of 17 times. And then PRGS, I need to look that up and do more research on it, but they've beat earnings 15 out of 17 quarters, or yeah, 15 out of 17 quarters. That one could be a good one. You guys, at the end of this video, I'm going to link on the end screen the video I did on how to use AI to help you do a summary to trade earnings better and to kind of predict what will happen with each of those. So if you haven't watched it, it'll be at the end of this video, you know, where you click up on the screen and you'll see a thumbnail up. And if you have seen it before, you may want to watch it again. I'm going to be doing my due diligence on those because probably one of them will be a good one to trade. All right, today I only traded 1 hour. Going forward, I will only be trading 1 hour a day, and I may drop that down to 15 minutes a day. I'm going to fine tune where I make the most money and what's the point of trading any other time anyways. I might just do better. I have been doing better. So I traded 1 hour today. I did have one loser right off the bat. It always seems like I get these losses on my first trade of the day. And it's very early here. I get up at 3 a.m. I'm in Las Vegas. So that might be the reason. I'll go over the trades. Again, I'm just using the 9 and the 21 EMA. I'm trading for 1 hour, and I'm using my volume bars, my scalping indicator, and I'll show you that. And that's really it. I didn't really mark many levels today. I was just watching the 9 and the 21. Super simple. Tomorrow I'll be trading, and I'll show you an end of the month recap on what I've done. And then Wednesday morning, I fly to the East Coast. I'm actually moving cross country for at least a year for a client. My trading is going to change drastically, just to warn you. I'm going to be trading a lot on a hot spot, on locations. I'm going to be probably trading just a 15-minute stint during breaks throughout the day. So maybe only 4 15-minute stints. So an hour or less is my plan. But I will be figuring that out in the next couple weeks. I'll be testing it and see how I'll do. And I'll only be trading on a laptop and maybe a tiny little travel monitor. And that's it. Okay, let's go over these trades. I think you're going to see how easy it is just to trade off the 9 and the 21. And you're just pullbacks. All it is pullbacks and watching the volume. And today was $404.73. We're going to start off with the loser. Let's get it out of the way. We'll rip that Band-Aid right off. Okay, let's go check it out. All right, guys, I recorded this. I spent all this time recording this and there was no audio. So I'm doing this all over. So if I sound a little flustered or weird, it's because I might feel like I'm saying this a second time, because I am. All right. I just had a comment in one of the videos just a few minutes ago that asked me how I know how I'm going to pick the stocks that I trade. So I thought this would be a good opportunity to real quick show everyone one more time what I do here, because I know a lot of you haven't seen this. I work full time. I do not have a scanner going. I do not have my monitors up. They're my monitors. I have 3 external monitors and they're devoted to work, but two monitors are devoted to work. One monitor stays up high, and this is what I've set up for myself. This acts as my scanner and my watch list all in one. And then in a minute, I'll show you my watch list and how I use those as scanners as well. But this is a secondary option that I have. So this stays up high. I can glance up. Look right here. So all of these are tickers that I watch all day. And then on the outside edges are usually tickers that maybe had news this morning or a runner from this morning from pre-market. Something like SpaceX over here to the lower right. That's something that I want to watch all the time anyways. Now I can't short it, but if I look up at that monitor and I see this running up, I might just pull up my trading screen real quick, take a trade, a quick scalp for 1 minute, and then move on. And then look over here at Palantir to the left of the screen at the bottom. If I'm working on a spreadsheet for work, it's 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock right here, and I start to see Palantir go up and it's going past the 9 and 21 EMAs and it's pulling up, I'm going to pull it up and take a quick scalp. Perfect timing. I might get in it right here on this nice big candle and just get in. Now, these are all 5-minute charts that I have here just because I need the information kind of scrunched down. I need to get a bigger overall picture. And then the other thing I can do is I can see right here, you guys, this is news. Underneath each ticker is news. And I can see why it's running. I can just see the latest news. It's right at the top.
Now over here to the top left, I keep QQQs and the SPY, because if the Qs are running up and the SPY is also running up, which sometimes they don't coincide, but they're both running up, and then the majority of all these tickers are all running up, but I've got one that's dumping, I want to go look at that. There might have been some really bad news on that one, and that's a good one to trade because it might just be dumping for a reason. All right, so today I definitely used this because I only traded 1 hour. And then let's go ahead and minimize this. And then let's go to, I'm going to go to first my loser. I want to show my loser first. SRFM. All right, I have no business trading this. It's the price point $1.20, $1. It's not even $1 when I was, well, it was $1 when I was trading it. You guys, I'm not even going to tell you why I traded it. I have to move Wednesday to the East Coast, and because of the schedule, I thought, well, I get up here at 3 a.m. Well, that's pre-market in New York. So I thought maybe I should get good at trading these. Well, they're just not me. I'm not going to trade them. They're just not me. I can't. I might try. I don't know. Whatever. I tried. It's not me. I'm stupid. I did bad. It's $34.80. I think I was down $51, I think. No, actually, I did worse. I was actually up $4 here, you guys, at the beginning. I made it worse. This is not the ticker for me. I'm moving on. I need to just stop doing that. I know it. I've been knowing it for 3 years, and I just keep going back to it. Tell me in the comments if you do something stupid and you just can't stop doing it, because I sure am good at it. Okay, SpaceX. The thing I hate about SpaceX, you guys, is I can't short it. There's none to borrow. So you see right here, there's none to borrow. Oh, speaking of over here, I'm just going to take a quick second. I just said a few minutes ago, I was going to show you these watch lists. This is how I know what to trade as well. See, I put all stocks. These are watch lists. I put all stocks right here. All this is all stocks across the entire stock market. I don't care if it's a penny stock or a $500 stock. It could be a $1,000 stock. I just want to know what's moving on volume. What's moving on volume? I have this sorted by volume, so I can see our number one runner right here, currently at the moment, the one that has the most volume on the day. Then over here, I do by mark percent change. So I can see in descending order here, which one has the highest percentage change of the day. And I'm constantly looking over here. Now, I like ATR because I trade larger cap stocks. I want to trade stocks that have an ATR of over 5. It has to be 5.0 or higher. Now, I did trade Palantir today, and you'll notice right here, Palantir has an ATR of 6.52. That's cutting it kind of low, but I did $100 and something on Palantir, so I don't mind. I usually try to pick over 5. And then something like Tesla, you'll see is 18. That means on an average, the average true range that you can expect in movement today is $18 up or down. It might go 9 up, 9 down. It might shoot up 18 right at the open and then fail and come down. But that's on average. So I do like to notice that. Look at AMD, 34. My God, I probably should have been there. AMD has too high of a spread for me right now. I had to stop trading AMD. All right, SpaceX. I did terrible. I love shorting lately, and also I traded the open. I shouldn't be trading the open. I've said it last Friday. I'm going to stop trading the first 15 minutes. That's where I lose money. I freaking lost money here. It's stupid. So I came back over here. I can't short Tesla or SpaceX. I'm not allowed to short it. There's no shares to borrow, none to borrow right here. I always want to know, are they easy to borrow, ETB, or hard to borrow, or none to borrow? I only usually trade ETBs. I want to short them. I want to both long and short. So I thought I would go long here. It failed. And now I can't short. I got to wait it out because I want to short this. I don't want to pull back and take that long because we're in a downtrend. The trend says we're going down. I am not going to go long until we're past the 9 EMA. So I'm not going to take this part long because I already know it's just pulling back and it's going to go down. Well, I don't know how much it's going to pull back. I don't know if it'll go to the 9. We're in a downtrend. I'm not going to go against that downtrend. So that is important. And then right here, I finally pulled my head out of my ass, took a couple long scalps right here, went long, and got 1350. Okay, let's move on to NVIDIA because I also want to show you how I bring my volume bars in here. Oops, I shouldn't have done that. Sorry. All right. This was just quick, in and out, $159. Boom, boom. All right, I love this. I did high share size. I started at 50 shares because I wasn't sure, because see how we had gone up and pulled back here to the 9 EMA, but it was kind of struggling. It was holding on to it. It wasn't clearing it. So right here, I started watching these volume bars and I saw volume shooting up past the average line, which is that gray line, shooting up, buyers at the top. And I jumped in right here, 50 shares, and jumped out. And then I realized, dang, I should have been traded higher. So it starts to pull back and I just get in and I go higher share size. I pull out right here. This level right here is $1.50. All these lines that you see right here are $1.50. Those $1.50, you guys, that's where people on large caps put their buy orders and their sell orders. Institutions do it, retail traders. They don't put it at $195.72. That's not where they put their buy orders. Now, people like us who trade all the time, we might do it, but the general public doesn't normally do that. So I know that once I see this wick right here, I got out. I went long here and I got out. And then over here, I shorted. Or whoops, I got in long here. Here's what I did. I got in long here because I thought this was our pullback right here, going up. I waited too long. I got in right here as it pulled down. It comes down. I know I'm wrong. So as it pulls down here, I start doubling down and doubling down again and just adding because it's coming down and I'm expecting it to go up. So I'm going long, but I'm adding in as it's coming down because I am expecting it to hit this 9. NVIDIA religiously hits the 9 and keeps going if it's on an uptrend. So I took a chance and I was right. $159. Now, the reason why I did not trade this is because I'm trying to be done fast in the mornings. Otherwise, I would have loved to have just kept trading this and trade this down. Once the 9 crosses the 21, which is the pink line, we got the 9 crossing the 21, coming down, we're taking this short and we're pulling back and taking it short again. And we're watching our volume bars. Okay, let's move on to Google. Because once I hit $100 on a ticker, I usually just move on. Now later when I get really good, I might just stick to one ticker and only trade that one ticker and trade a couple hours. All right, here, 2 quick scalps. That's all it is. It comes, shoots up, pulls back to the 9, goes up, I'm in and out. Then over here, this is all garbage. I'm not trading this. This is garbage. It's not going anywhere. And it almost never, except for this little bit right here, it never closed above or below the 9 EMA. So to me, that's just consolidation. And then right here, I caught this long. And what I'm doing is I'm watching the volume bars. I got into this because of the volume bars. And that ended up getting me to $44.25. And you can't see it now, but in the moment, because this is after the moment, you see this final print. But in the moment, I'm watching those volume bars and volume was shooting up. And at the moment, buyers right here, you can see are heading up and climbing to the top. And they were right here. Now at the last minute, we get this wick. We also get buyers or sellers shooting up to the top. And that's when I got out. All right, let's move on to Amazon. All right, let's make this quick. Amazon, just very fast. It was just a few scalps. I got 57.25. Again, it's the 9 EMA. It's going up, it's pulling back. It's going up, it's pulling back. And I'm just trading it and scalping it. And I'm watching my volume bars. All right, let's move on to Tesla. Tesla, 42.03. It's just 2 or 3 quick scalps. Low share size. Again, 9 and 21 EMA. I'm watching volume bars, so I'm not going to go into it. I'm going to try to make this short. You get what I'm saying because I did already record this once. I don't want to keep going over it. All right, that was it. Just fast. Now I go low share size on Tesla, you guys. I don't like Tesla. And you notice how we were hugging the 9. We never pulled past it. Now here, this shoots up and I'm watching the volume bars. And in the moment, I knew to take this short and I got out. I took it short and then got out and I bought out. All right, Palantir, last one. Let's get this done. 123.50. This was good. Super quick. I mean, just in and out. I came to it at 7. This was my last trade of the day. I just wanted to be done. I only wanted to trade 1 hour. I noticed this was coming down. Our 9 EMA crossed over the 21, coming down. Everything's coming down here, and I just shorted, and that was it. I shorted, pulls back, out, done, 123.50. Okay, guys, 404.73, that's it. I'm going to now watch that video that I'm putting on the screen right now. If you want to trade earnings tomorrow and you want to use AI to do it, it's a quick video that shows you how I use AI to get your recap, a summary, and you want to watch it. You'll love it. It's going to help you trade earnings tomorrow. And then let me know tomorrow if you used it and you traded earnings. Okay, guys, see you tomorrow. Good luck on earnings.